Good evening, Entrefluencers, and welcome to the Entrefluential Live podcast. I'm your host, John Tanner.
And I'm your co-host, Sebastian Tanner.
Sebastian, how's it going today, man?
Going great. How are you?
I'm fantastic, man. I've been nonstop all day since like 6 o'clock this morning, 5 o'clock this morning, working crazy today.
That's awesome.
Yep. How about you? What were you? You were off today, right?
I was off. Today was my day off, so I went and got a haircut.
Yep.
And after that, I went out for
Looks
some sushi.
fresh, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, you went and had sushi. Where'd you go?
I went Fuji.
Oh,
On
Fuji.
Beach Boulevard.
Oh, you went to the one on Beach Boulevard.
Yep, so there's one on
oh,
Mandarin.
by Hodges?
I think so.
Yeah, Hodges?
Yep.
Okay, so it was by the Walmart and Super Target?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. It was right in the plaza with the Target.
Okay, so how was that? Is it the same as the one in San Marco, or is it different?
Well, the one in San Marco, that's the one I first started going to, and then I started going to the one in Mandarin.
Okay.
So the Mandarin one is bigger.
Oh,
The one in
okay.
San Marcos, it's nice, but
Small.
it's kind of small.
Yeah.
And the one in Mandarin was a lot bigger location. And so
Oh.
this one was
Yeah.
kind of like the San Marco one. It was small.
Okay.
So you walk in, you go to the left, that's where the seating is. So it's
Oh.
very small restaurant.
Okay.
Super small.
But it has the same deal where like you can just
Yep.
eat as much as you want, but you have to pay if you don't eat it. You have to
Exactly. 50
Okay.
cents per piece that you don't finish.
pay. Which is great because we don't want to waste food, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay. So what did you eat?
Oh man, I had a lot of sashimi. So
Okay.
there's like the regular menu for $20. And
Sashimi is like the
deluxe.
whole piece of fish.
Yeah, the
over a
sashimi
piece
is
of
the
rice?
piece. That's nigiri.
Oh, that's
Nigiri is
okay.
the piece of the fish over the raw fish over the rice.
Yeah.
And then sashimi is just the raw fish by itself.
Oh, okay.
So I ordered a bunch of the sashimi that way I don't have too much on like the rice.
Oh.
And then I ordered a couple of the BMW rolls, so spicy tuna,
Ooh.
avocado on this, or
Wow.
matcha, a piece of tuna on top.
Man, that sounds
So,
great.
It was great. Had a little egg roll, spring roll.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Some spring rolls. Okay.
yeah, so they have a lot of options.
Did you have hibachi?
I had some hibachi steak.
Oh, you did. You had
Yeah,
the steak.
so I was trying to stick to
Oh.
having just like the protein, like having
Okay.
hibachi steak.
Oh
I
wow.
had a lot of sashimi, and then I had a couple rolls with the rice in there, the BMW roll. So it got to that point where those carbs, it made me feel a lot fuller than just having the sashimi and the steak.
Uh-huh.
And so at that point, I had to tap out. I was like, okay, I've had enough. I can push it, but I shouldn't. And so that's when I was like, give me a check. I'll take the check. Check, please. And I had a little miso soup at the end for the broth.
Oh, that sounds good,
Settle
man.
everything down. So it was delicious.
I do love miso soup.
oh yeah.
Do they offer egg drop or wonton soup or mixed?
I think they just have a couple options. They have like a clear soup, a miso
Okay.
soup,
Okay.
and I think there might have been egg drop. I don't remember. I just saw the clear and the miso. The miso is what I had my heart set on. So
Oh.
I was
okay.
looking at that. I think there might have been a couple, like maybe one or two more options. So very, very limited on the soups that they have over there.
Okay.
They
Well,
have a few
the miso
options.
soup is good enough, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
like,
miso
with
soup
that,
is
you're good to go.
delicious. You got the tofu in there.
Oh yeah, the
it's
tofu.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yummy, man.
Yeah, but
I
yeah,
love
it was
that.
great.
And then what'd you do after that?
And then I came home.
Okay.
Stopped at Dollar Tree, got some scents for the room,
Oh yeah.
Some
Okay.
ladies make
Cool,
it so
man. I
nice.
dig that. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I got a candle over here for that. So.
Oh yeah.
So cool, man. All right, let me tell you about my experience. I worked my butt off. I was doing Uber, right? So I'm doing
Yeah.
Uber while I'm trying to save up money and build up the real estate company, get some
Yeah.
marketing going, get another
Yeah.
deal. Because I haven't had a sale since the last one, which was a couple months ago already, right?
Yeah.
So and I really didn't make anything on that deal. So I need to get a deal. And so, anyways, in the meantime, while I'm getting my marketing pieces together for direct mail campaign, I'm out doing Uber. Which is great because I get to meet amazing people.
Exactly.
I meet amazing people.
Connecting.
I'm making connections big time. Because I do mostly airport trips, and that's where you meet people, influential
Of all
people.
sorts, yeah.
So it's really cool, man. So there's a couple of
Right.
people. There's a couple of opportunities. We'll see what happens if they come to fruition.
yeah.
One of the things I like about it is it's like on an average trip, I have like 20 to 30 minutes to pitch myself. And
Yes,
generally, I do it by
exactly.
asking questions about them. I
Yeah.
get them to open up. And
Exactly.
one of the best ways to sell, if you read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, you'll learn that one of the best ways to sell is actually to get people to talk about themselves and pay attention to what they're saying. That's one of the best ways to build rapport with someone.
That's right.
So that's what I do, man. I get a great opportunity to do that. And then I just give them a couple of minutes of what I'm up to. Like, hey, yeah, I have a law degree. need to resubmit my application so I can get my bar license.
Yeah.
And I have a real estate brokers that I'm working on building from the ground up, and I'm looking to hire agents right now so that I can send them out to go sell properties, and I can review contracts and right, make just quarterback the thing, or
exactly,
or get in the field every now and then and play too, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun being like like you're the head coach, the quarterback, and then you can be a player at the same time. So it's kind of fun. Like just to do a football analogy for running a real estate operation.
Yeah.
So it's all cool, man. It's exciting, and we're working on the 10 Pillars of Entrefluential Success course. Yeah. We've got the Entrefluential Academy coming up. That's right. By the way, I was thinking because we had a meeting last night. We were talking about this while we were doing wine tasting over at our favorite place, Cooper's Hawk. We're not getting paid to plug them, but we just love them so much. So go to Cooper's Hawk; they're fantastic. But we were talking about running a promotion where we're going to give away 3 tickets to our upcoming class. It's the beta edition, so it's brand new. We're testing out this our beta launch of our academy, Entrefluential Academy, and this is the first semester. It'll be a 16-week program, so 4 months long, 2 nights a week, and probably an hour and a half each night. And there'll be 10 or 16 modules. And anyways, it's a $2,000 class, and so we're going to give away 5 passes. We know 2 people who we want to give away a pass to, but then we're going to also give away 3 more. And so what I was thinking today was what we can do is if you subscribe to this podcast, to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we're going to pull the names that are of all the people who are subscribed to the channel, and we're going to just randomly draw names and give away the access to this class. So you're going to get a $2,000 value for free just by subscribing to our channel. So, and then if you refer somebody and they come onto our podcast and they say that they were referred by you, we'll throw your name in twice. For every person that you refer, you get your name in the bucket again, so you have more opportunities to win.
Double the chance to win.
Exactly, double the chance to win. But we want everybody to win. So because this is our beta launch of our academy, and this is all about learning how to be a better entrepreneur. And we want everybody to excel at that, right? We're going to offer a deep discount, right? 50% off to anybody who enrolls between now and December.
To the newsletter, or you subscribe to the channel.
You get your name in the hat.
You get your name.
But everybody gets 50% off if you put your name in, if you subscribe, and you don't get your name drawn for a ticket to the class, the free one. You still get 50% off if you decide to enroll.
Exactly.
Right. And we're going to also do affiliate marketing, and you'll have an opportunity to do that too. Take that out of there. And so it doesn't show anyway. So all right. So let's dive into the content.
Yeah, let's go ahead. All right, we're going to start off with our fitness tip of the day. And it's actually going to be a question that I'm going to answer. And the question is, what are performance, strength, and conditioning exercises? Performance exercises are those that help improve your overall workout athletic performance. And some specific exercises are suggested for athletes to enhance their sports performance. Strength and conditioning exercises strengthen your muscles and joints while improving your mobility. While completing our day-to-day obligations, we move all over the place. So it is always better to make strength and conditioning exercise a part of our workout routine for both performance-based activities and everyday functionality. And even for people you work, like if you work in a restaurant, you're moving around a lot, you have to be on your feet for a long time. So you're doing these types of exercises is going to benefit you, not just in your day-to-day life, but also at work too. You can move a little bit quicker, you can move faster. So it'll just help you, build up that strength,
have more mobility,
and have more energy at work.
Okay.
Exactly, have more mobility.
Fantastic.
And so there's 10 exercises for performance, strength, and conditioning. And I'm reading this off of the website of the AmericanSportsAndFitness.com website.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where we're getting our information from. They have 10 exercises that we're going to go over in the next few episodes. The first is push-ups. So push-ups strengthen your muscle in your upper body, like your triceps, your shoulders, your chest. And if you start the method, or I don't want to say method, but just like to start doing push-ups, the technique to doing push-ups is you start in a plank position and you maintain a straight line from your head to your feet. So your back, you want to make sure your back's straight, everything is straight. And you're going to lower lower down until your chest is almost hitting the floor.
Which is really important to go all the way down, right?
Go down, that way you're really
Yeah, if
stretching.
you go like
chest
halfway,
muscle.
that doesn't count, man. Halfway,
There's a lot of people that, you know, especially like when you're in school,
they try to get away with it.
They do a little half push-up to do a
no,
whole
go
lot
all the way
fast,
down.
and it's not going to work.
And so your nose is almost touching the floor.
Exactly. And by doing that, you're opening up your chest.
Right.
So the muscle fibers in your chest, by going all the way, doing the full motion, range of motion, you're opening up your chest fibers, the chest muscles, and you're working way more of your
chest.
Plus
that distance with gravity. Gravity's your friend when you're doing push-ups because it's tough, but it actually is making you push harder, which builds the muscle up.
Exactly.
You need friction. You need tension.
But if you do it slow and controlled,
I love slow and control. I love going slow down and slow back up. Now you can go fast down and slow up, but you're if you do that, if you go fast down and slow up, you're only getting half of the friction. But if you go slow all the way down and slow all the way back up, you're getting double friction. Friction down, friction up.
Exactly. And you're also working on your stabilizer muscles as well, because you have to keep yourself stabilized to go slow and control.
Which is for equilibrium, balance.
Exactly.
Perfect.
So you could just do it super fast. Yep. But the slower you go, the more you're going to build those muscles.
You know, and if you feel like you're like it's a real struggle for you in the beginning, and I get it. Like if you don't do push-ups for a while, or like a long while, then it's going to be a real challenge for you, of course. But you know what? Don't worry about it. Just do what you can. 3, 5.
You can do variations too.
6,
you
10.
On your knees, or you can do an incline push-up.
You can use your knees.
Go on the bench or something.
I do that because I have a pinched nerve in my back, so I use a bench and I go at an incline, a slant, and it's a lot easier for me to do it. But I knock out 3 sets of 15 each, so I do 45 push-ups pretty much every other day. Which is great. I usually do 100. I wish I could do that. Maybe one day I will. I'm aspiring to get back here, build my muscles around that pain area in the back. But it's okay to get on your knees, but do something. Get some action going, and then try to challenge yourself a little bit every time.
Exactly.
Even if it's one extra push-up, right?
Yeah, even one extra push-up.
You know, 3 today, then 5 in 2 days from now, then 7 in 2 days from that.
Slowly you build it up.
You will. So you get to the point where you want to be. Like, I'm comfortable with doing 15 repetitions, 3 sets, right? And I'm rotating. I'm not just doing push-ups like I do. So I'll share my routine with you guys, okay? So, and I'm 48 years old, okay? So like if I'm doing this, you guys can do this too, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s, right? Yeah. So the first thing that I do is I grab my free weight and I do each arm. I do 10 repetitions in each arm. Then I take the free weight and I'm using a 20-pound weight. And I'll take the free weight and I hold it up above my head and I will bring it up to here and then back down to work on my shoulders. Then I set the weight down next to my bench and I lift. I do a tricep lift. Okay, so I'm working up I'm working my biceps with the push-ups, or is it biceps or triceps?
With the push-ups, it works in a way to
triceps.
work your bicep, but the tricep is like,
the main muscle.
Push.
And when I'm doing this, it's
so when you
tricep.
go like this, you're gonna work your lat.
And the tricep
you work the lat and your arms as well. So you're going to work the tricep, and even your forearms are going to get
But your biceps are working out too. When you do the curls, the curl's the bicep.
The curl is you're hitting the bicep.
Yeah.
And then when you do that row, is what you would call it. You do the row with the dumbbell row.
Well, I'm not doing it this way. I'm actually on the ground and lifting it up.
Yeah, exactly. So you're
it's tricep,
up like this.
Yeah. Tricep and shoulders.
Yeah, I think more so the
lats.
I think more so because if I'll demonstrate, like when you're bent over, and you do a row, you pull it like this. And so this is working on your back muscles on the inside. So we do it with a dumbbell, and I'm gonna get in the position where I'm gonna get like this on the bench, and I have a dumbbell, and I'm gonna pull like this.
That's what I'm doing. That's the workout.
Your lat muscle, and also you're working like your arm, your forearm, your bicep too. Because of that pull motion. If you go a little bit like this, when you're bending that elbow, almost you can think of it like a bicep curl. You know what I mean? Because it's bending right here, and you're curling the dumbbell to work your bicep. So in a way, you're kind of. It's not like a complete.
But it's not coming up like this. I'm actually just going straight up like this. So it's working the tricep muscle. But all of this is being worked out too. I'm glad that you said that because I really didn't know. It's a move that I do. Then 10 repetitions on each arm, and then I do my 15 push-ups, right? Slanted push-ups. I just lean against the bench and knock out in a plank position, slanted plank position like this. and I knock out my 15 push-ups nice and slow. And you can hold your hands in 3 different positions. You could do wide, you could do middle, which is what I always do, and then you can also do diamond, which is great for the cut. It is really hard to do the diamonds.
Diamond push-ups are like the hardest.
It is. Yeah. It's really awesome to throw those in there too. Like, but you should mix it up. I just am doing the straight 15, 15, 15, but eventually I'll do like 5, 5, and 5, which is killer. You work out your chest completely. You know, it's fantastic.
You're working on every part of the chest. And the good thing about your workout routine is you have to do like a circuit.
Yeah.
Almost like like a CrossFit circuit in a way, because CrossFit, they do a lot of circuit training.
Yeah.
And so that's what you're doing. So you're not just doing your 15 push-ups and then you're resting, you're not doing nothing.
I'm doing all the other things.
Doing everything back to back.
Back to
so
back.
It's like a constant go.
Yeah,
go.
for 30
You're
minutes.
getting a great workout.
Yeah.
You know, that's.
I love it, man.
It's nonstop. You're working on your whole part of your body doing that. You start doing the push-ups, you're working on your oblique, your torso, everything.
And I have gone running before that. So like I've gone like for a mile and a half run, cardio run, before I go into the gym and do that. Now that's my A day. Yeah. And then on my B day, I do back and shoulders. So like I'll go to the lat bar and I'll pull the lat bar and I'll increase weights by one piece, like 6, 7, 60 pounds, 70 pounds, 80 pounds.
Go up by 10.
And each repetition, right? Go up by 10. So and I start off wide, then I go to the middle, and then I go to the top on the 3rd repetition. So I'm pulling it nice and close. So 3 different sets on the shoulders and lats.
Yep.
And then so I do that exercise, but I'm also doing another cross training, right? Because I do one set of the lat bar, then I go to the row, and I do the row,
different part of your
right?
back.
Then I go back to the lat bar, then to the row, then to the lat bar, then to the row. So that's 3 sets of each.
That's great.
Then I go to the bench again, and I put the bench level, but I lift the bar up and I do sit-ups.
Oh.
And so I do it the way that we learned in the Navy. So like I put my arms up here, you know, I'm flat on my back, and I lift myself up to my knees. And so I'll do 30 sit-ups to my knees, like touching my elbows to my knees. And then for the next 20, I rotate. So I'll go left knee, center, right knee, center, left knee. And so I'll do that for 20 more repetitions.
Wow, nice.
So 50 total sit-ups.
Yep.
And while I'm doing that, I'm working on the obliques.
Yes, exactly. Yep. That's a great routine.
I love it, man. And so like I do the sit-ups every other day because I'm doing it when I'm doing my lats and the row. But I should be doing it every day because sit-ups are good for you to burn that stomach up every day. Anyway, that's my exercise, man.
That's great. I like it.
Thanks for letting me share. All right, so I guess we covered the physical tip of the day. Yeah. Push-ups. Push-ups are great, guys. Get out there and start doing push-ups. If you're not doing push-ups, start doing push-ups. It's so beneficial, right? Yes. Like out of everything that you could do, like that's the number one thing you should add to your routine. If you're a man, 100% do it.
Definitely.
Right? Got to do your push-ups. And besides, what if you get challenged? Like, what if somebody comes along and says, "How many push-ups?" Are you gonna say, "Oh, I can't do any"? Come on, man! You gotta be a man. Do your freaking push-ups. Push-ups. Okay, let's go. Sebastian owes us 20 or 10 or something like that, anyways, because he didn't do that video. We'll get him on the camera. We'll get him on the camera next week. Yeah. We'll get him on the camera next week. We're waiting till we get a DJI Osmo so we can go mobile and follow him to the gym. Let's go to the gym, Sebastian. Let's go. All right, cool, man. So awesome. Thanks for sharing that physical tip of the day. So I guess I'm up for the mental tip of the day, which is 12 Rules of Success by Earl Nightingale. Yep. It's habit number 11, which I have somewhere if I can find it. It's right here. So rule number 11, radiate the attitude of well-being, of confidence, of a person who knows where he or she is going. This will inspire those around you, and you'll find good things will begin happening to you. Now, that's from the 12 Rules of Success by Earl Nightingale. That was rule number 11. Be confident. Yeah. Confidence is attractive. It's really not how you look. You think it is, right? I mean, it is. I'm not gonna lie. But some people that are more attractive than other people, and they get more attention. Yeah. Is it fair? No. This is life, man. I mean, go argue. Tell the chicken to go argue with a peacock. The peacock is much more attractive than the chicken. I'm sorry. Look at all the colorful feathers. Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you're a peacock and sometimes you're a chicken. But listen, even if you're a chicken, you can still be a damn good-looking chicken. And the way you're going to be a good-looking chicken is by being confident.
Exactly.
You can't be a squirmish little chicken just, pecking sideways. And,
you gotta have your chest out.
You gotta be a fluffy chicken. Be a cocky
you
chicken.
Be a cute, fluffy
cocky
chicken.
Be the cock. The cocky chicken. The rooster. Right? Big foghorn leghorn in the cartoons. I'll say, you want to catch that little here? I'll help you catch a chicken. Right? He's so cocky, right?
Oh my gosh. Foghorn leghorn thinks that he's the
man. I'll say, let's go over here. No, really, but so I say that jokingly, but truthfully, this is what the message is. Radiate the attitude of confidence, of well-being, right? Of a person who knows where they're going. This is inspiring. Why is it people love to be, people are going to be led. One way or the other, they're being led, okay? And so what kind of leadership do you want to portray? Or not portray? Because the opposite of being confident and having a can-do attitude and this is where I'm going is to be flighty, aimless, confused. Nobody wants to follow somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're doing, right?
Exactly.
Right?
When you walk into a room with confidence or you're out anywhere, people can definitely tell. And so one thing that my uncle had taught me when I was having issues with myself was that it's not about so much how you look, but as to how you feel on the inside. And he's like, people that you meet for the first time, they don't know who you are. They don't know any better. So you meet them. If you walk with that confidence and you walk in the room, your shoulders are back, your chest is up, you walk and your head is up, you're not slouched down like this, walking around like you're scared of the place and you don't feel like you belong. When you walk around like you belong, who's going to tell you otherwise? Because they don't know you. They don't know any better. They just see what they see right then and there.
Yep.
And if they see someone walking in with confidence, they walk in, they light up the room.
Yep.
And the confidence is contagious. The energy is contagious. So
absolutely.
They can see the energy with an unconfident person versus somebody that's walking with confidence and they act with confidence and they do.
And they're magnetically attracted to those people.
Exactly. Because you want to be surrounded by people like that. So
let's talk about a couple of ways that you could trick the game, okay? Right? So here's one way. If that confidence, whatever gives you confidence, it could be a certain amount of money in your pocket, right? Like, if I was walking around today, I probably shouldn't say this because I don't want people following me and be like, he might have this money on him today. I don't want to be tracked, but I was walking around with about $200 in cash in my pocket, and it made me feel more confident when I was walking around with that $200. Oh, I forgot to tell you about my Hooters experience. I went to Hooters for lunch, right? This beautiful girl at the bar, gorgeous girl. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. So I went over there, had a salad. And she made they made a really great salad for me. And I had sweet tea, right? Because I was working, so I didn't want to drink alcohol,
exactly.
So I had a chicken salad with blue cheese dressing, bacon bits on top.
Wow.
Right, which I had. I honestly, I went there yesterday too. I went twice, but yesterday I didn't have bacon bits. Today I asked them to put bacon bits.
Oh wow!
But yesterday I paid with my credit card, and I didn't really notice. I just put a $6 tip. It was it was $16 or something like that. But today I paid cash, so I gave her a $20 bill, and when she came back with the change, it was only $2 and some change, loose change. And I was like, I don't have any more cash. And I already closed out my check because I gave her cash. And I said, I'm really sorry. This is your tip, but I'm going to come back the next time I see you. I'm going to give you a better tip, okay? Mm-hmm. So I felt really bad because I left her $2 in change, right? My check was $16. I mean, it's okay. It's 10%, but we should be giving 20%. Yeah. And when I get good service, I want to get better, right? She treated me very nicely, right? Exactly. She was calling me sir, and I really appreciate that, Yeah. It's a sign of respect. So I went to the freaking ATM. I pulled out $20. I went back and walked into the restaurant, and I gave her $20. I'm like, here, I'm so sorry about my tip earlier. Please take this. And she was like, oh my God, you're so sweet. You didn't have to do that, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, yeah, man, I felt good. Anyways, that was my, at least I got to see it.
It's nice to be able to leave a nice tip for your person, your waiter, waitress is taking care of you.
Yeah, man.
It's always good to have cash on you. It doesn't matter.
I've been there, man. I know.
The amount, when you win without then having some feels great.
Yeah,
You know
well,
what I mean?
I had just paid a bill, so I didn't have that $200. I only had $20 left. But if I had that cash in my pocket, I wouldn't have had to go to the ATM machine. I would have been able to just like boom, and been done with it real quick, you know. Anyway, so having confidence, like having a certain amount of cash in your pocket, gives you confidence.
Yes.
The other thing is how you dress.
Yes.
Right. So like, you know, if you put on a new shirt or a new sweater or a new jacket, whatever that thing is, it's easy to get a new item for like $15, a new brand new shirt for $15-20, and put that on, and it's going to help you feel more confident. New clothes, generally speaking, makes people feel more confident when they put it on.
They're excited to wear their brand new shirt or
Absolutely.
new jeans and stuff, so they
and people look at you
in their stuff.
Yes,
you know?
and they look at you like, you know, people look at you fresh, man. Like, look at this person.
Exactly.
Because you don't realize, I mean, maybe they notice that the clothes are brand new, but most often it's not that.
They won't realize that's a brand new shirt.
Right. Maybe it's, I mean, maybe if it's a new style, that it could trigger like, oh, wow, look, they're wearing that new blah, blah, blah shirt, you know? But more often than not, it's the way you carry yourself because you're wearing that new outfit, that new shirt. And that's what we're going for here, right?
Exactly.
And then maybe you have a Mont Blanc pen, or maybe you don't have a Mont Blanc pen, but maybe it's a knockoff, but you like, it looks like a Mont Blanc pen. And so when you pull it out, right, you're like, whoa. And they're like, oh, nice pen. You know, that little comment from somebody, oh, nice pen, makes you feel better.
Yeah.
And that gives you more confidence. So do little things like that to boost your confidence, okay? Be nice to people, and those their compliments will help you out in feeling more, your energy level will go up. And that's what we're talking about. So, okay, so that was the mindset tip of the day.
Yep.
The mental tip of the day.
Yep. Be confident.
Yep.
Yes.
So let's go ahead. I'm going to turn it back over to you, buddy, for the spiritual tip of the day.
All right.
And for those of you who are coming in for the first time, you don't know what this part is about, or even the structure. Like if you don't know about our structure, we do physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, and then we talk about Entrefluence. So he's got what?
Living the 66 Books by Dr. David Jeremiah.
Yep, the 66 books of the Bible, right? It's a summary of the Bible.
Exactly. And so today we're going to be going over First Chronicles. And so it goes like this. This is a very encouraging book. Through the first 9 chapters are genealogies. There are some rich surprises there. See 1 Chronicles 4:10. Chapter 10 gives a brief word about King Saul, and the rest of the book is about the way God led, blessed, and used David as temple to the Lord. Though Solomon built the temple, it was David who developed the plans and raised the money. It was his last great endeavor. In 1 Chronicles 28, David assembled all the leaders of Israel to Jerusalem to listen as he charged Solomon with the construction of this building, which would be the dwelling place of the Lord. David told his son, "Be strong and of good courage, and do it. Do not fear nor be dismayed, for the Lord God, my God, will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you until you have finished all the work for the service of the house of the Lord." Verse 20. The Lord has work for you too. He searches our hearts, knows our thoughts, and draws us to himself. He ordains our daily tasks, and he uses us in ways we don't even understand. And whatever you do, be strong and of good courage. Do as the Lord directs you. Don't be afraid. He will be with you and will not forsake you until the work is finished, and not even then. The key theme is worship the Lord as King and labor joyfully in the service of his work. The key challenge, search for ways to serve the Lord daily in the work he has planned for you. Key verse, know the God of your father and serve him with a loyal heart and a willing mind. For the Lord searches all hearts and understands all the intent of thoughts. 1 Chronicles 28:9. The key prayer, Lord, thank you for the privilege of serving you. May I serve you with a joyful heart each day.
I love that.
And that's it.
Yeah. So what would you say like the key takeaway is from that? We have to work for God. And what's that? What kind of work? What are we building? What was he building?
He was building the Lord's temple.
He was building the Lord's temple. And where is the Lord's temple today?
Church. Us.
inside of us.
Oh, yes.
And aren't we supposed to be working on our temple?
Wow.
Every day.
Right.
Right? And so how do we work on that temple? It's doing this right here. It's reading the Bible, reading a book that can summarize the chapters of the Bible to bring it down to a layperson's perspective, right?
Yes.
Straight talk, right? Yep. That's what we need more of.
Yeah.
We need more straight talk. Hey, listen, theology is fantastic. I love it. But listen, I've been walking with God for a long time, and I'm educated, right? So like I look at things theologically speaking at a different level and can appreciate it. But for quick reference, I want to use plain speak. I don't want to go into a rhetorical conversation.
Exactly.
I want give it to me straight.
Yeah.
Like steak and eggs or
exactly. You don't need to sound so
steak
smart
and mashed potato.
That you do your explanations and
Absolutely.
over-explain and go into so much detail.
Yeah.
It's like, just give it to me straight. What's the message of this book?
Keep it simple, baby.
The message of this, what's the theme?
Right.
You know?
And that's what is done in this book, which I love it so much because this guy is highly educated. I think he has 6 degrees.
Wow.
And I mean, he's a masterful communicator.
Yes,
and he keeps it simple, man. He talks in simple terms for everybody to understand. And that's what this is right here. This summary is so good at just taking it and like, hey man, what's going on here? Just give me the nuts and bolts. Give me the gist.
That's what I love about it is that he keeps it simple.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need to keep overcomplicating things.
Right.
You know, it's simple, it's digestible.
And
you
just
understand it.
Right, in bite-sized pieces, man.
Exactly.
Right?
That's
like,
exactly what it is. Only a couple paragraphs.
Yeah. And that's what we're doing here. Like we read something that we didn't even write. We're just reading a summary.
Yep.
And then we talk about it and like what's the impact of it? What's the big meaning? Like what's the big picture? What's the key takeaway?
Yes.
Right? Nobody has time to go dive deep. The world is a crazy place. There's way too much stuff going on.
Yep.
And man, if you could just take a little bit of knowledge about spirituality, because listen, and here's something that was on my heart earlier. It's actually been on my heart for a little while. There's actually, people are hungry for the meaning of spirituality, and you're getting fed 2 different things. You're getting fed a deceptive way of looking at spirituality, which the devil is using without, he's not showing up in a red suit and saying, I'm the devil and I'm going to mislead you. No, he does it like a trickster behind the scenes. He operates behind the scenes. You don't know what the hell's going on. And they throw you a little bit of this and a little bit of that. It's like going to a buffet of spirituality. Yeah. And that's what you're being fed, right? And that is an ideology. And then there's the Christian ideology. But people don't want to go to church and sit there for an hour on Sunday and go listen to the word and then dissect it and see how it applies to their life and try to get some value out of it and some life instructions that they can live by. So we're trying to like present this information in a way that you can say like, hey, I'm going to go pick up a protein bar because I'm working and I've got to go to this meeting and I'm going to eat this protein bar on my way to that meeting. Well, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here by providing this little snippet inside of our podcast is like, hey, here's another ideology which comes from thousands of years of being passed on from generation to generation that says, hey, here's some rules to live by, that if you live by these rules, not only you're going to have a better life here on earth, but you're actually going to have the promise of a better life in heaven when you leave this earth, because we're all leaving this earth. One way or another, we're dying at some point. Yeah. And when you die, where do you go? And so this information about the Bible and about heaven has come down from thousands of years, right? We're in 2020. We can go back to like at least 7,000 years back and trace humanity. Minimum 7,000 years back. Go to Mesopotamia. That was 15,000 BC, right? We're talking 17,000 years ago, okay? And this information has been around since then, passing on and on. If it's still sticking around, there's got to be a good reason for it.
Exactly. And one thing that's interesting to me is the BC part of our
before Christ
of our time frame. So science use BC.
Yeah, before Christ. Yeah,
exactly.
And AD, Anno Domini, the year of our Lord.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, it's very interesting. You see in a lot of movies and in textbooks and research and the information that's out there, they have the time BC, AD, whatever, 5,000 BC or whatever it is. And it's like,
but they want to take Christianity out of the science
like,
books.
oh, but that doesn't exist though.
No,
there was no Jesus Christ.
No.
But we use our time frames and referencing
the Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, exactly.
But listen, you know what? You can take this Big Bang Theory though, and you can look at it from a Christian perspective,
And it makes perfect sense because God created it.
Yeah.
Boom! He created the planet, right?
Yes, all of a sudden,
It's
everything happened
everything,
perfectly.
you know. But look at that. And if it was just the way the scientists preach, and listen, I'm not downing their thoughts. Hey, listen, we all have to analyze, right? I would encourage you to go analyze things and try to figure out the answer for it. But when you come up to missing spots, that's a good space to put God in because there are a lot of spots in science that you got to fill, and we're going to fill with hypotheticals, right?
Yeah.
So my hypothetical is I think that everything about the God is true and the Bible is true. And
Exactly.
I'm going with that opinion. It's other people's opinions, and I like it. It works for me.
Yeah.
And if everybody was doing it, like pretty much, I think what's this guy's name? Immanuel Kant. He said, I read it somewhere. Immanuel Kant wrote that, and Kantianism comes from him.
Mm-hmm.
He was a German philosopher. I think he was around the 1500s. He said that in regards to Christianity, he says, or religion in general, he says if it serves a function of doing good in the world, then why not do it?
Exactly.
You know?
And I saw something similar about that the other day. Someone was talking about how even if
we're all wrong,
even if we were all wrong, at the end of the day, the Bible gives you its basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Yeah.
Right. And so it gives you a good way to live your life. And there's so many when you read every book of the Bible, just like Dr. David Jeremiah summarizes it, and you can see in these simple the summarizations.
Yeah, the summaries.
Summarizations.
Yeah.
Trying to sound too smart. The summaries. If you look at the summaries, there's always a message. At the end of the day, it's like a motivational message for you to read that helps you with yourself and your interactions, your relationships with other people.
Interpersonal communications with others.
Yes, exactly. And so why not, if that helps you live a better quality of life while you're here on Earth, why would you not want to? Why would you not want to believe it?
100%, man.
You die, whatever. You don't know what happens.
It says, "Love your
have
enemy."
A better time while you're here.
Love one another and
Yes.
and forgive your enemy.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Like the world would be at peace if everybody did that. You know?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a no-brainer for me, man.
That helps you have a better time while you're here. Why not?
Why not?
You wanna
Exactly.
enjoy it while we're all here.
Right.
You want to have a good time.
Make the world a better place.
Be a better person.
Yeah.
Over time, and that helps you to do so. It helps you learn a lot of things about yourself too. You know.
It'll make the world function a whole lot better.
Exactly.
Right. And as a matter of fact, with that mindset, like we actually would do less destruction to the planet.
Yeah.
Which is a big issue. And look, we keep getting bigger hurricanes, earthquakes, fires. All of these things are caused for something. What's the look at cause and effect? If you look at cause and effect, where's the cause? And the effect is the planet's hurting.
Yeah.
You know, we need to like minimize our footprint on the planet.
Yeah.
So living by these rules would actually cause you to not hurt the planet as well, right?
Yeah.
Not throw so much trash out. Like let's stop throwing plastic bottles in the trash and all that. You know, like there's a whole lot of things we could do, man.
Yeah.
Like not being stupid, like reckless, careless, or blatantly negligent when you're out on. Let's say you're out on a boat and you're having some beers and you're throwing your beer cans in the water. Oh, no big deal, right?
Yeah, or I remember before
that's terrible.
The fish and the turtles or whatever were
Oh,
dying from the
Coca-Cola
beer
bottle,
can,
the six plastic. Yeah. And they get stuck on their neck.
Yeah,
It's terrible, man. I mean, there's so many horrendous things that happen to our nature. And listen, man, I can tell you what. I can tell you that fish have feelings because if they didn't have feelings, why would they fight you when you put them on a hook? Everybody loves freedom, including fish. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying they got feelings too. You know what I mean? And so, like, if you hook a hook on them and then you cut your line, and they're swimming around with a hook on the side of their mouth, that's not cool, man. It's not fair. You wouldn't want somebody to do that to you, so don't do it to other people. But I'm still gonna eat my fish.
You're gonna thank you for your service.
Yeah, right? Thank you for feeding me.
For your sacrifice.
Love you. Love you with some butter on you. I'm gonna be blackened right now. Fried fish, baby.
Juice over
I will eat
Sorry,
slowly.
no.
I will embrace this transition. Oh man! All right. So that was spiritual tip of the day.
Yeah.
Entrefluential. I'm bringing the entrefluential tip of the day. Okay, so what I did was I went to Harvard Business Review and I found an article that was written by. Let me find it real quick. By a woman named Dr. Amantha Imber, and the article that she wrote was called. It's called "What Super Productive People Do Differently." So I took it and I said, okay, here's 4 simple changes to become more productive at work.
Yes.
That's my title. So here are the 4 things that she shared in the article in Harvard Business Review. Number 1, these are 4 things you could do to become more, optimize your time, become more productive, right, at work. Number 1, batch your meetings. Number 2, avoid using the mouse. Number 3, nudge your way to better behavior. And number 4, read your work out loud. Now, here's why those 4 things are going to be helpful to become more productive at work. Number 1, if you batch your meetings, here's what was said. We get 22%, approximately, based on studies, 22% less stuff done on a day where we have meetings, especially if they're spread out, because we're thinking about the meeting when we should be doing other tasks, right? So if you're doing a task, but you know that meeting's coming up in 2 hours, you're thinking about the meeting, do you think you're really focused on the work at hand? No, you're not focused. So
your mind's elsewhere. You're worrying about that meeting.
The meeting and whatever else on your mind, right? Yeah. What happened last night with your spouse? Like all of these thoughts are competing for attention in your mind. So what can you do? The recommendation here is to batch all your meetings, preferably in the morning time, because if you batch all your meetings, like let's say you have 3 meetings, right? If you put them back to back, get those meetings out of the way. Now you've got the rest of the day where you can do your focused work from the start time to the end time of the day without having those distractions of the meeting. Now maybe something happens in the meeting that you thought about and you're like, I gotta attend to this. Right. Try to write it down and just leave it to the side. Like, okay, I have it written down. It's a task I need to accomplish. It's over there. I don't have to worry about it right now. Exactly. That way you can get focused in, dialed in. And if you're still having struggles with dialing in and getting focused on your work at hand, then you might want to have a Red Bull or something. Take some mind medicine, right? Some cognitive medicine that you can give. There's a lot of stuff over the counter and supply, like General Nutrition Center. Nootropics, love nootropics, man. That stuff is so great. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is avoid using the mouse. Now here's what this study says. According to Brainscape, you can reclaim 8 full days of work per year by using keyboard shortcuts more strategically, more effectively. Right? 8 full days, man. That's a lot of work. That's a whole extra week of work done by using shortcuts on your keyboard, so you don't have to move over to the mouse and navigate. Right. Small little tweak can save you a big chunk of time. Yeah, that's important.
Helps you be more productive.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'll tell you what. If I can do those little tweaks, I mean, we're talking about granular work here, right? Getting into the minor details and minutia of your work tasks. But listen, if I can save 8 days, maybe I want to use half of that time that I saved for vacation.
Yeah, exactly. Create more vacation time for yourself.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, like maybe I'll do I'll use 4 of those days for vacation time, a little mini vacation. Yes. And I'll use 4 of those days to do extra work so I can make more money. You know what I mean? Win-win. Win-win. So that's number 2. Number 3 is nudge your way to better behavior. Now, here's this is what they said. If you have a bad habit of eating, this is the example, right? Like if you have a bad habit of eating cookies, right? And you want to stop eating cookies because you know it's going right to the gut, right? Adding that sugary stuff goes right to the stomach. Yeah. Instead of eating cookies, what you could do is, if you know you're going to go to the cookie jar at night, you could put a bowl of apples on top of the cookie jar so that when you go to the cookie jar, you're going to see the apples. Now, maybe you won't grab the apple. Maybe you'll pick up the apple. You might move the bowl and go to the cookie. But guess what's happening? You're feeling guilty when you're doing it. Yeah. You're planting a seed like, let me not do that. Let me not do that. Maybe you go even further, a step further, and maybe you cut up an apple and put a little bit of caramel, right, on the plate, and then you leave that there. And then when you want to go get the cookies you're like, oh, let me grab this bag of cut apples and this
It's
side
already
of
ready for you.
caramel, and then you go sit down with that while you're watching TV,
Yeah.
and you eat something a little bit healthier than the cookies, right?
Exactly.
You know, or maybe we can do that PB2 thing, right? The oatmeal stuff. If you can have it all prepped up where you can just grab it from the fridge, it's already prepped in a little jar, right? Then it's as easy as grabbing the cookies, and you know it's healthy for you, so you grab a healthy snack.
That's because what we like. We like the convenience. It's
Right.
easy at night to have those
You want
sweets
something- yes.
because already you don't have to cook it or anything.
100%.
So if it's already ready, you just grab it out of the fridge,
Right.
and you have it,
And you're good to go.
So it's super easy, tastes great.
Yeah.
So,
Or maybe a Quest bar. You know what's something sweet? You got protein bars. You know, grab yourself a peanut butter, a protein bar. Have that ready to go right there on top of the cookie jar,
they
and then
even
you
have
grab the protein bar.
exactly, and they even have
Protein brownies?
cookies. They have
Yes.
protein brownies, protein cookies.
So do that.
You can get that. You can
It's
substitute it. You can get a chocolate protein bar.
Man, I want one now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Shut up and take my money.
It's just like having the sweets. It's not the same thing, but you find a good brand with a protein that you like
Yeah.
a protein bar.
Yes.
They even have those
They-
cookie dough protein bars.
man,
I mean, that tastes like you're having.
Dude,
cookie
I need to
dough.
buy this stuff. I want to try it out. We should try it out on TV, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah. And
because
they have all kinds of
they
options.
they do, man. Like I was in Walmart the other day, walking by like where they have all the nutrition stuff,
Yeah.
and there's an end aisle, like one of those little islands
Yeah.
that has all these different protein things. I'm like,
They even
I look at the
have
price.
protein
I'm not
chips.
gonna lie. I look at the price. I'm like $6-7. I'm like,
Yeah,
damn, man.
it's more.
I can go
pricey.
grab something for $1, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, we're talking about $6-7 for multiple bars. It's not a one-time deal. You're gonna spend $1 for one candy bar, but you can spend $6, $7 for a box
Yeah.
of maybe 5 candy bars.
Exactly.
Now you got it for a whole week. You know what I mean? One for Monday through Friday at night. You know,
Exactly.
Saturday, eat
Those
some ice cream.
chocolate protein bars, it fills the craving.
You know, that's the whole
It fills
point.
the craving.
Is to fill the craving, man.
And it has that sweetness too with it.
Yeah.
Supporting this healthy
We're gonna
food.
try it, man. We're gonna. You know what? I tell you what we're gonna do, guys, because we love you so much and we really care about your best interest. So we're gonna experiment and do it for
That's a great idea.
you know ourselves. We're gonna do it so we can report back to you on how good it tasted. If it quenched the sweet tooth.
Exactly. And I've had some protein cookies that are delicious. man.
I'm willing to sacrifice my body for this experiment.
Sacrificing for our subscribers.
For the cause. Because I'm hungry. Oh man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that's so funny. All right. So that's the Entrefluential tip of the day, right?
That was great.
And you know, make
Ways
yourself
to
more
get more
productive.
productive.
Heck yeah, man.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
A few different effective habit changes.
Yeah, man. Mine are little tweaks. Oh, the other thing that they said in an article was like, you know, maybe you have a habit of when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you grab is your phone, and then you spend 20-30 minutes checking your emails or scrolling on social media.
Yeah.
Well, how can you avoid that? Well, don't put your phone right next to your bed. You know, put your
Exactly.
phone all the way over there on the counter over there, so you don't look at it. You know,
Yeah.
now you gotta get up, and maybe if you put your gym clothes right over there, maybe you'll grab your gym clothes and put those on
to the gym
and go for a run or go work out, go for a walk at least.
You set yourself up for success. when you do
Absolutely,
things
man.
like that.
Little habits.
When I would set up my gym outfit for the next day, I would wake up. My clothes are already ready for me to go. No excuse. I'm like, okay. I don't
Yeah.
have to say, oh, now I gotta go off. My clothes were left in the laundry, in the dryer, or if I have them in the hamper, if I haven't put them, or even if I just have them folded and put them away, I gotta go through and look, okay, what am I gonna make my outfit? Or if I
Right.
have my outfit
If it's
pre-made, I'm
prepared,
like, okay, wake up, I'm
Hey.
ready to go.
you do it for your kids. You can do it for yourself. I can tell you, right?
Yeah.
We used to do that. We used to have your clothes prepped and ready to go
Yeah.
for school the next
Yeah.
day, and so like that's what you do, man. You just have it ready to rock and roll. Like throw it on, you're good.
Just wake up and you're ready to go.
Exactly.
You have it already right there. You have to waste the time. And when you're in that little time frame is where
Yeah.
you can tell yourself, oh, I don't want to go anymore. I don't really feel like it. Oh, something's coming up. But if you have your clothes ready, you can't talk yourself out of it because
Yeah.
you already made the deal with yourself.
Yeah.
You told yourself you're going to go to the gym tomorrow
And-
and you put your clothes there next to your bed.
And you don't want to be untrustworthy to yourself. So you've got to honor your own commitment.
Exactly.
So if you take the time to lay it out, and
that's-
in the
yes.
morning you've got to fulfill that promise that you made to yourself, because otherwise then you're not gonna be in alignment. You're not gonna have congruence with being honorable to yourself.
And that's respecting yourself.
It's
I
respect.
saw something where it
100%.
was like, You do what your boss tells you to do at work. You
Yep.
do all these things that other people. You're gonna be on time for work.
Yeah.
You're gonna be on time for this, for everything else, for that party, for your friends.
Yep.
But you're not on time for the things that you say you're gonna do for
Be
yourself.
on time for your self-discipline.
Exactly.
Like
Respect
be
yourself.
accountable to your inner boss.
Yes, because when you're with other people,
Right.
it's showing that you respect these people enough that you're gonna be on time for this. You're gonna make it your priority. But when you don't do that for yourself, it's like telling your body,
Oh boy,
I don't
that's
respect you.
now your self-esteem is going to go down.
Exactly.
It's going to take a hit, right? It's like if you're playing a video game and you got a bullet shot and your life goes down. That's what happens when you don't honor your commitments,
Exactly.
right? Your life, whatever you call it, goes down.
Exactly. The health bar. The health bar is your self-esteem health bar is slowly going down. But when you start doing things for yourself,
danger.
You start flashing out. You need to take a stem shot and get your health back up.
That's right.
Take a self-esteem shot.
Right. Do some self-affirmations in the morning. Boom.
Exactly.
15 self-affirmations. Go to entrefluential.club and there you go. They're right there. 15. You get yourself a boost.
Exactly.
Then go for that jog.
But yeah, hold yourself accountable. Do what you say. What you said.
You're gonna
do what you told yourself that you're gonna do it for yourself.
100%, man.
Make your things your priorities.
On my board over there, this got some positive messages, notes, whatever. 15 journey to success, 15 years in the making.
Wow.
Right over there, there's a little one that says, you see where it says big changes? On the left it says, and it's written in a little pen, tiny tweaks, and there's a line, and then in a marker, big letters that says big changes.
Yes,
tiny tweaks equal big changes.
Exactly.
It's the little things that matter.
Little things to change your habits, little tweaks to your habits.
Can have major results, massive impact. And that's good and bad. Like, you can do tiny little things, tiny tweaks that can create a terrible outcome in the future for you, or you can do tiny little tweaks that turn into big rewards, positive rewards for you. So be mindful of that. Absolutely.
Set yourself up for success.
Yes. Hey, being the bad person, like being like the bad guy, the bad girl, it's way over. Okay. The social media loves the actors for some reason, but they're way overrated. Okay, that is not worth that quality of life. Go for the positive stuff.
Exactly.
That's way better.
Exactly.
Major rewards.
You do the positive or anything like that, then eventually you can party later. And
yeah,
have fun
in a good way.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. And the ripple effect, like it'll
In a
affect
way
your
that you're not
kids,
risking yourself,
your children, your grandchildren. All of it has either way, they're going to be impacted.
Yeah.
So, do you want to leave a negative impact, a negative ripple, or a positive ripple, positive effect?
Exactly.
Right. And and if you don't believe it, go look around, man. There's tons of case studies, examples, real lives. That all you got to do is look at the apple. Where did it fall from the tree? And then you can see what the results are, right?
Exactly.
Go look at other human beings, man. All right, so that's it. What do you got for the last final motivational message before we go?
Yep, I got the motivational quote of the day, and it is, life is like a boat without a paddle. You have the option to swim, not knowing if you'll survive or when you'll make it to the shore. But it's better than sitting in a floating boat to nowhere. And that's from Jennifer Amorelli.
Nice.
And I love that because that's what our life is like. You're on a boat, you have no paddle, you can swim, and you don't know if you're going to make it to shore. You don't know how long it'll take you to get to the shore. But it's better than sitting in a floating boat that's not going nowhere. You don't have any food. You might not have food on that boat or water. So your chances, you either stay there and you go nowhere, or you can take the risk. And you can go and take the risk of getting to shore and getting to safety, meeting civilization, getting to where you're going to get to survive,
Well, you got two hands. You can, if you're in the boat, start paddling with your hands, right? Find a way. Maybe you paddle.
Depends on how big the boat is. You might not be able to get very far.
Yeah. So what do you think? The water?
The message of that is to dive in.
Life is like a boat without a paddle. You have the option to swim, not knowing if you'll survive or when you'll make it to shore. But it's better than sitting in the flow. Okay, so yeah, all right. So if you can't make that boat move, then you gotta get out of the boat.
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta leave the boat and swim.
If you're on a little canoe or a raft, you can use your hands. But if you're on a boat and it's not going nowhere, you can't make it move.
Right.
I think the message behind it is like, if you're
Yeah.
if you're not going anywhere right now,
You gotta-
if you get
you-
complacent with where you are in
Yeah.
life,
Right.
you have the option to shoot for a better job or shoot for something more.
Yeah.
But if you stay at that job that you hate and
Yeah.
you're miserable there,
Right.
but you stay for it because you're complacent and you don't want to take risks,
You need to take
that's
action.
what it's telling you.
And you do need
that's the message behind
100%. You got to
it.
take risks.
action. Take the risk.
There's risk involved with everything.
Exactly.
Right. So just take action and
Going
and
on
go
a walk
for
to the store, you might get hit by a car. You don't know what can happen.
100%. Everything has a risk involved. You stay in your house. Your house, there might be an earthquake.
Exactly.
Right. A
Exactly.
plane might fall out of the sky and land on your roof and crash, and you're gone. I mean, there's so many different variables.
Yeah.
Everything. Being alive has risk. Period.
Exactly. So I think
If you're stuck in a boat without a paddle, then take a leap of faith
exactly.
and start swimming. I mean, practically speaking, I'm gonna try to paddle first. If I can't paddle and make that boat move, then I guess I'm gonna wait around and see if I can find something to latch onto, like a turtle. Grab that turtle. So he can pull me. If I can ride him. And if not,
something to come over like a turtle, like
Yeah,
Finding Nemo when
yeah.
you survive with the turtles, and they're in the
dude.
wave.
And if not, then man, freaking start swimming.
Exactly.
You gotta go. You gotta move.
Yeah.
Try to find that
don't
island.
don't be complacent with where
I'm
you
trying to
are
find
in
another
life.
boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Your hero might be around, 100 yards away.
You just gotta swim a little bit to get there.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. I think I would try to pull something off the boat and make it. I'd be trying to I'm gonna use my shirt like a sail. Yeah, I'm creative, man. I'll take my shirt off. I'm gonna hold it, get some wind, and I'm moving, baby.
Oh my god!
Oh,
But it's like those movies where they make it seem like a lot's going on. You think you're moving fast, and then if somebody else is watching you, and you're like,
He's
barely moving. And you're like, yeah, I'm going.
Dude, I'm gonna cut 2 holes in the bottom of the boat and put my feet out and start paddling. I'm gonna be like a duck. I'm moving on the surface. I'm moving really slow like this. But under the water, I'm like Fred Flintstone.
You turn yourself into a motor.
That's right, man.
Oh my gosh.
Until I get too tired, right? But I'll take a nap on my waterbed. All right, guys, that's all I have for today.
It's a wrap.
Yep. This was awesome. So, hey, by the way, let's give them a heads up on what's going on here. What episode was this? 27?
This was 27, 28.
27.
27.
Yeah, it was 27. So we only have
3 more.
3 more, 20, 29, 30. We only have 3 more episodes left
Season 1.
of season 1, and then we're taking a break.
Yeah.
So we basically will end up in November, right? The end of November.
Yes.
Then December, we're going to be out. We're going to
Yeah.
take that month off. And then we'll come back with season 2 in January.
Yeah.
And we'll come back with the our new Entrefluential Academy. So
So we'll be done. December 15th will be the last episode.
December 15th?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's the third Monday.
Okay.
Or
Wow. So that gives us
no, December 19th.
19th?
Yep.
That's 3.
No. I don't know.
We
Wow, I'm
got
looking at
1,
this. We got
2,
December-
3.
Yeah. Okay. So December 12th.
Okay. December 12th.
I'm over here looking at Thursday. I'm so used to my work schedule. I usually go back to work on a Thursday.
But I think I want to cruise that week, so we may do it a little earlier before I leave on the cruise.
So around the first to second week.
Yeah,
of
and then
December,
that gives us
we'll be
2
done.
weeks off, and then we'll come back with season 2.
Exactly.
New and
Start
improved.
off the new year.
Yeah,
With the new season.
Yep, new year, new season, and then also we'll have our new class too.
That's right.
Yep, the 12 Pillars of Entrefluential Success, which we're finishing the book too, by the way.
Exactly.
Sebastian's already written his part. He just needs to go through and edit,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna look at it and do a second edit for it, and then we're gonna upload it. It'll be available on Amazon to order,
That's right.
and we'll do a raffle, and we'll give some of them away too, right?
Yes.
So-
Exactly.
I'm so excited about this. This is Sebastian's first publication, man. I'm really stoked
That's right.
about co-authoring a book with my son. I'm so proud of him. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was awesome. I actually feel like a little sad that we're going to be leaving them in 3 episodes, but it's only for a couple weeks.
Only for a couple weeks. Then we'll be back with some better equipment.
Yeah, man, we're making progress. I feel like we've already made so much progress in the last 6 months,
Yes.
and I'm
me
so
too.
optimistic
It's
about.
only been 6 months. It's still a baby.
It is a baby.
Influential life is still a
Right?
baby right now.
Right, it's not even walking yet.
Exactly. come back, it'll be running.
Right? We want it to be a toddler already. Like, let's go. Be a little mischievous here.
Not so much, but
Anyway, it's awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, guys. We always like to end on the note: go out there and amplify your message. We love you guys. God bless you all. Take care. We'll see you next Tuesday.
All right.
All right. Bye. Bye, you guys. I guess I have to go over there. No, I can actually just
right
right here.
here.
I forgot about that.
Technology, baby.
Instant end.
It's a beautiful thing. Bye, guys.